All right, what's up, folks? I'm bringing you something interesting here today. So I'm working with tick types and trades, transactions, time sales window. I wanted to show you something that I kind of found here for out of sequence and bad sequence. So apparently the out of sequence. Let's pull it up real quick here. See if we can get this going. Out of sequence, according to TradeStation, is come down here to subtype. This is under the TradeStation help. What's the topic? Time sales condition. All right, you scroll down to out of sequence. Out of sequence is saying a transaction that printed late may include the following types of transactions: cash only market, average price trade, next day market, and sold. So, one of the things I want to show you here is a trade where the price is reported is based upon an average of the prices for transactions in a security during all or any portion of the trading day. So, what? So, this could be a bunch of trades that happen and they grouped them all together and then made it as an average. Okay, all right. So again, when you're trying to use your time sales window to get minute details about what's going on in the trading market, you want to see every transaction that's happening. Well, you might be able to see it, but you might see it in the wrong order, or it might be an average. Or I mean, how useful is that? You know, I used to think that being able to program it was kind of the holy grail of being able to capture all this information. But again, the way we get the information and the exchanges and the brokers and the banks, they may get it. Institutional traders, market makers, they may get it differently than we get it. But I am just a simple Joe, and this is how I get it. I get bad sequences. I get out of sequences, right? So let me show you here. So out of sequence here at 11, 12, 48. Let's see if I can find. I might not be able to find that now. It already left my print window. Let's go to preferences. Can we put more lines on here? Because I'm gonna need it to show you what I'm talking about. All right, so let's go up here to the beginning. Let's find an out of sequence that has printed. We're on NVIDIA, so this thing is moving pretty fast. I've been going at it for the most part of the day, so I am either I'm going fast now along with the market or I'm crashing out. And I think because I'm not seeing what I want to see, I think I've started to crash out. So once I knock on wood. All right. So once I get this sorted out, then I'm going to take a break. Okay. So I'm waiting for an out of sequence to show up, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. And I'm pretty sure on Thinkorswim you can sort your window. You can sort your window according to the condition. So you can get all at bids or all at ask. With TradeStation, you can't do that. You just get everything all at once. So anyway, that could be a great um, improvement or a suggestion feature. Come on. My eyes might have just missed it. I don't know. I'm going cross-eyed looking at the screen now at this point. So again, what's going on down here is that this is using the time and sales data provider, and so it's just printing every single bit of information from every line. John at TradeStation was one of the engineers, was kind enough to provide the program, which is pretty simple, but there we go. Okay. All right, so we have 11, 17, 14. We're going to stop this down here. 11, 17, 14. We're going to go up to that. Uh-oh. 11, 7, 14, 14. All right, so 11, 17, 14 is on the TRF exchange, and it's a share of 200. So 11, 17, 14, 200. It's going to take me a minute to find it. But when I do, 14, 200. There we go. Okay, so you see 11, 17, 14 Size 200, we're on TRF exchange, is showing bad sequence. Bad sequence. But here, this is showing out of sequence. And remember, we already kind of looked at what the out of sequence is, what it says that it is, okay? But down here, it's not showing as an out of sequence, it shows as bad sequence, okay? This is my conundrum. If it shows as a bad sequence here, which means that it's a bad sequence, but it shows as out of sequence up here, then why don't all these other ones, you see all these other ones, look at all these other bad sequences. All these other bad sequences don't show up here, right? So why aren't we getting them all? Why aren't we getting them all up here? And does out of sequence mean the same as bad sequence? If it does, then again, why are we only getting this one as opposed this one, which is 200, as opposed to all these other ones? There's a little bit of an inconsistency there as far as I'm concerned, or maybe it's just that I don't understand. Okay, and then you see a trade here of 100 on TRF. Trade here of 100. That must be this guy, 11, 17, 14. Yeah, so that's the next trade. So pretty much what we're getting up here are the trades. This trade here of 100 is right here. It was between the bid and the ask. It doesn't show that down here, but it was between the bid and ask. It was a proper trade. It shows up here. This trade here of 400. Now where is that 400 at? I guess that 400 is right here. But it's below, which means that it happened according to this, which means that it happened after. And according to this down here, it happened before. So again, I used to think that when you looked at this data, that it was perfect. And, you know, why would I think that? I don't know. I have this illusion that computers are perfect. And maybe the computer is perfect, but the way we're getting the data is not perfect. And I don't know if that's a TradeStation thing, if that's a all data providers kind of a thing, or what. But if you're trying to get this in sequential order so that you can make a trade decision based on it, I'm not sure that this is giving you everything in the sequential order that you're looking for. So let me see here real quick. I'm going to change this program a little bit, and I'm going to ask it to only give us the trades, and then we're going to see if the trades are in sequential order. So I'm going to stop that there. I'm going to clear this. I'm going to go over to the program. Let's see. Go over to the program. All right, let's see if I can change this. Bum, 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 bum. So we're going to say if args.data.tick type equals, I don't know if we have a time and sales, yeah, tick type dot trade. Then we're going to do all this good stuff. We're going to print it and come back over here, turn it on. See if we had any errors. We didn't have any errors. Okay, so now we're only printing the trades. Whereas before, you know, we had the bad sequences. Now we're only printing the trades. Let's do this. Let's go back up here at the top. And we're going to pause. Okay, so now we're just going to see, are we getting these in order? So we have a 687 down here. We have a 687. This was 687 was at 11/22/19. 687. Here's 687 here. Okay, so now the way that this time of sales window works, the new orders coming at the top. With this, the new orders coming at the bottom. Okay, so the 687, the next one up will be 100, 100, 200. 687, 100, 100, 200. And then 100, 123, 100. 100, 123, 100. Okay. All right. So that's going right. All right. So let's skip to the 1280. I see a 280 there. There's a 280. I don't see a 1280. 1122.19. All right. So we've already skipped. All right. Here's our 1280. So we got 1280, 500, 500, 530, 500, 500, 530, 100, 250, 100, 100, 100, 600, yep, 400, 100, 500, 280, 100, 280. It didn't give us this one. It went from the 280 up to the 100. All right, so it went from the 280 to the 100. It missed this 400, which is average price above the ask. Why did it skip this one? If that's a proper trade, why did it skip that one? And so then we need to go back to the, all right, so let's do this. So skip that one, 100, then it went to 1,000, 125, 1,000, 125, 255, 100, 100, 300. Okay, so it seems to be getting that. So let's go back to our program, and we're going to say for that it should not be a trade. And then we're going to look for that above ask and bid and see how it processes it. And args that tick type is not equal to time of sales tick type. All right, so we're going to verify that. Come back over here. We just clear it. It's running. We're going to go back up to the top, and now we're going to wait for an above ask, above bid, like we. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's go down to the end. And these things really roll. These bad sequences, there's so many bad sequences. There's so many transactions that are just posting randomly. It's crazy. All right, so let's go to 2454, 1124.54, and we're going to find this 600. This 600 are to stick out. 2454. And we're looking for 600. 2454. Looking for 600. And I'm assuming that it's going to show up under bad sequence. It very well may not. But it didn't show up under trade. So I just asked for it to give us everything except for trades. There's 600 right there. So 600 comes up as a bad sequence. So this right here, this 600, even though it's average price below bid, it comes up as bad sequence. So is maybe the bad sequence talking about the price is wrong? That would be ludicrous. If this price wasn't correct, then that would be bananas. Okay, so I doubt that very seriously. So it might just be out of sequence again in terms of where it happened on this time and sales window. What about these bursts? Let's see. What about these burst baskets? Since that's a little bit strange too. 118. Let's go. Let's see. Do we have 118 here? 118 also would have been at 24.55. 20 would have been at 24.55. Okay. 118. 17. I think the burst basket might actually show on the trades. $118. Yeah, I don't think that's showing up here. Or I could have missed it. All right, but I definitely want to share this with you. Like I said, this is revealing to me. This is very revealing to me. So yeah, if any of you guys have anything to add on this, by all means, post a comment so we can all learn from it. And I'll get with you later. I'm Eric. I'm out. Peace.